This week, Stephen Hawking, Infinity War, Skyrim VR, Game of Thrones, Toys R Us, and much more, all on Geek This Week. What's up, guys? Welcome to Geek This Week, the news show where we tell you all about the cool, geeky things going on this week. I'm Kyler.
I'm Brogan.
And let's get started.
This week in science, world-renowned physicist and scholar Stephen Hawking unfortunately passed away this Wednesday, March 14th, at age 76. Despite his limitations brought about by a condition known as motor neuron disease, he has spent the last 7 decades sharing his brilliance and inspiring the world to reach greater heights in the world of science and the understanding of space. Best known for his works and theories dealing with black holes and astrophysics, he is certainly one of the most notable figures in recent scientific history, and definitely not a figure that will be forgotten anytime soon.
In honor of the accomplished scientist, CuriosityStream released their award-winning docuseries, Stephen Hawking's Favorite Places, for free. The show won an Emmy for Outstanding Graphic Design and Art Direction last year and was one of the last series Stephen Hawking worked on. The final episode was originally planned to release in April, but was released on Wednesday after he passed away. Now, CuriosityStream has released the entire 3-part series for free. Just pull up an episode and enjoy. You can find a link to all the episodes in the description below.
This week in movies, Marvel Studios has released yet another trailer for the upcoming Avengers Infinity War movie. It was uploaded to YouTube on Friday, and it's already getting millions of fans around the world hyped for the epic battle to come. The trailer shows multiple short, beautiful fight scenes as Thanos threatens to destroy half the universe with the snap of his fingers. Yes, if you haven't read the comics, the Infinity Gauntlet is indeed that powerful. This is obviously going to be the biggest, most intense battle we have seen so far in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and from the looks of it, there will be no disappointments. The movie is set to release on April 27th, and tickets went up for sale on Friday, so you might want to buy your ticket before they all get sold out.
Speaking of which, AMC accidentally leaked that they will be holding a 31-hour-long Marvel Cinematic Universe marathon before Infinity War. The news came when AMC accidentally published a mock-up page of the event. AMC also held a similar event prior to the release of Age of Ultron when it aired all movies back-to-back. If you'd rather not sit through the 30-hour series, you can check out our new podcast Assemble, which will start streaming on March 24th. It'll walk you through all the major events going up to Infinity War, and it will be way shorter than 30 hours.
Next up, apparently there are plans for multiple Game of Thrones spin-off series, each of which are currently set to have a very large budget from the get-go. We first heard news of these new Game of Thrones spin-off series last year, but now producers say these new shows will have significantly more production value than the first few seasons of Game of Thrones. HBO Senior VP of Drama Francesco Orsi said $50 million per season would never fly for what we are trying to do. We are going big. So far, one thing is very clear. They definitely are not planning on holding back in any of these new series, and I know I'm excited to see what it is that they come up with.
This week in gaming, Skyrim is finally coming to the PC for Steam VR on April 3rd. Announced on the 14th, it first released for PlayStation VR in November of 2017 and has been racking up raving reviews ever since. Now, it's finally coming to PC. The game retails at $60 and it includes the base game plus all the official expansions. It is also compatible with the HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, and all Windows mixed reality headsets. I'm personally very excited about this game. I just hope that they don't have the same display issues that Fallout 4 VR had when it first launched.
A Google Maps API will soon be released to Unity developers for use in their own projects. Google announced on Wednesday that they will be releasing a simple Unity SDK so more developers can make their own games similar to Pokemon Go or Ingress. The SDK will allow simple interfacing with Google's backend to create buildings and roads on a global scale, while allowing devs to add their own textures and styles to make the game feel unique. Upcoming games that use the support include Jurassic World Alive, The Walking Dead, Our World, and Ghostbusters World, just to name a few. With Google support, we hope to see a lot more revolutionary mobile apps similar to this hit the market in the near future.
On the topics of Google and VR, this week in tech, the new event schedule for SID has leaked that Google will be holding a press conference to showcase the world's highest resolution OLED display. This year's SID conference will be held from May 20th to 25th, and Google will be holding a panel called 18 megapixel, 4.3 inch, 1443 ppi, 120 Hz OLED display for wide field of view, high acuity head-mounted displays. This was reported by OLED Info, who speculate this could land at a resolution of 5500 by 3000, which is larger than any headset display on the market today. LG, the current leader in OLED technology, will be co-presenting the panel with Google. This could be a huge change for the VR market and can make virtual environments that much more believable.
Also in VR news, we have recently learned that the HTC Vive Pro's headset will not have an HDMI port. HTC has been preparing for the release of the Vive Pro by sending developers the new headsets in advance. One developer tweeted out some pictures of the HTC Pro's link box, which is completely different than the current model. The new headset will actually only have one customized input that combines the 3 previous cables and now includes a power button to turn off the headset without having to unplug it. More interesting, however, is HTC's choice to toss the HDMI output in favor of a display port. Most modern graphics cards include multiple DisplayPort inputs and only a single HDMI input, so it would make sense why HTC would want to make this change.
Amazon recalled their power banks in the US and Europe on Tuesday due to a fire risk in the packs. The US Consumer Product Safety Commission warned owners that the batteries could overheat and ignite, posing fire and burn hazards. Over 260,000 of these Amazon Basics power banks have been sold in the US alone, and likely hundreds of thousands more in Europe. Amazon had received over 50 overheating complaints from US consumers, and at least one person suffered chemical burns from contact with battery acid. So if you own any of Amazon's power banks, check the back of the device for any of these product IDs and stop using them immediately if they match.
In other news this week, Toys R Us has finally announced they are either closing or selling all 900 of their stores across the US and the UK. The company had already started selling nearly 200 stores in an attempt to save the struggling business, but eventually succumbed to its $5 billion debt. Toys R Us says that they will honor gift cards for the next 30 days, so make sure to spend what you have before the store is gone for good. I'm sure many of us have fond memories of wandering the aisles of Toys R Us looking for our favorite toys as a child. It is certainly a store that will live on in our memories.
And that's about it for Geek this week. Make sure to check out the link in the description below for more. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, all that fun stuff down below.
And we will see you geeks next week.